are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down.
Hey, gang. Today we're going to do People Are Strange, a rather creepy Doors song with a really cool syncopated opening by Robbie Krieger and an anemic sort of solo that's kind of hard to cop. So we'll go through both of those today. If you want the tab, I've got it in the description. And as always, if you like the lesson, click the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Get one of these every week. All right, we'll see you in just a sec. Hey, gang. Before we begin to do this note for note, just a reminder to download the tab from the description. It'll make it a lot easier for you, I think. Okay, so I got my SG out in honor of Robbie Krieger. A real trebly sound, so I'm using the bridge pickup. And I've got a clean amp sound with just a touch of reverb. All right, so here we go. Now this song is very easily understood by thinking of an E minor blues. So we've got a basically 3-chord song. We've got an E minor, we've got an A minor, and we've got a B7. And that's pretty much it for this song. So let's go over that beginning. So here it is. We'll play it very slowly. I'll play the whole thing and I'll go over it part by part. Ready? 3 pickup notes and then okay, so here's the first part over there's 3 pickup notes. Then we've got an E minor arpeggio. Walking down, very quick note there on that E, 4th string, 2nd fret. And then, and you really want to make those distinct. You don't want to pull them off. You want to pick each one. And then you're going into the A minor arpeggio. Again, there's that walk down. Now, I always find this hard to remember. I don't know if he just used it as a spacer or if he messed up, but it really doesn't matter if you do the same thing again like this. That sounds fine. He didn't. He played this, which is just basically a 2-note E minor chord there. 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd fret. And then we're going to play this. All right, so this is a 5th string. You're going to hit it open and hammer on 1 and 2. And that's a B7th chord right there. Back to your E minor. Okay, now it's this B7th chord is a little bit different. We're used to hearing this one right here. But we're just using the bottom 3 strings, and of course we want that F sharp, so it goes like this. And then the open string E. Okay? Second time through, it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, so there's some pickup notes. All that's the same. So the second time through he plays this. As far as I can hear anyway, it sounds like this. Setting up that hammer-on thing. There's our B7th and back to the E. Alright, and that's the opening. Again, I think it's best to listen to the whole thing, and you can go through the whole thing on the tab. Alright, here's the second part. The second part's actually pretty straightforward. We're going to play a series of somewhat syncopated, so we're playing them on a half beat, syncopated B7ths, and you're just hitting the top strings there. Now a syncopated G. Okay, again, you're just hitting the top 2 strings. So this is on the 3rd fret, you're playing the 2nd and 1st strings. And then you're up at the 10th and playing a very short, you're playing on the 2nd string 10th, and you bend it up and just choke it. Okay, now we're going to play the B7th on the 7th string. Again, we're just playing, or on the 7th fret. We're just playing on the first 2 strings, so like this. Back to the G, and now our little. All right. So the accompaniment is very, very sparse on this. We're basically just going from B7 to G7 and then hitting that note a couple times. Throughout the chorus, we're playing the E minor, A minor, okay, so that again is just like E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, B7th, back to E minor. Okay, and it just does that a couple times. If you listen to the record, I think it'll be pretty straightforward. So the E minor is just played on the first 2 or first 3 strings, doesn't matter. On the 12th fret, A minor is played. You're just playing those staccato, syncopated chops, basically. A minor played on the 5th fret, first 3 strings, and then the B7th is played, or B is played on the first 2 or 3 strings, depending on how you want it. It's just a little triad there. So we've got 7, 7, 8, if you want to use 3, or just 7, 7 on the first 2. All right, gang, let's go over the solo now. This is tough because it's got some really odd timing, and it's really, at least for me, it's hard to remember. It doesn't come naturally. So let me try it here. All right, starts out, here's the first line. All right, so it starts out like this. First string, 5th fret, you're going to bend that up all the way, whole step, pre-bend it, slowly come down. So the next one is you're going to play hammer-on pull-off from the 3rd to the 5th, back to the 3rd, and open. And then on the 2nd string, you're going to play open, 3, open. And on the 3rd string, you're going to play the 2nd and bend it up a whole step and bring it down. Okay, here's the second part of that. All right, so here you play the 3rd all the way up to the 12th. That's on the 2nd string. Then you'll play this. So that's 15th on the 2nd. Bend that up just a little bit. Quickly pull it off to the 12th. Play the 14th on the 3rd, and then bend the 15th on the 1st up whole step, basically. Okay, now you're going to walk back down that blues scale. All right, so all right, very standard blues stuff. Then you're going to play the open E string, the open first string, 2 of those. So you use that to kind of bridge the gap between the 12th fret and down here, and give yourself some time. So it sounds like this. The whole thing sounds like this. Okay, then you'll play, once you play that 3rd, 5th, again you'll play open. Now you're on the 2nd, and here's the 2nd line. All right, so it starts out with 3 of these guys on the 5th. We're going to play that open, or 5th. 3rd time we're going to play the 3rd and then open. And then we'll play 3, 5, and 3 and open. Just like we did on the first time, now we're going to play it on the 2nd. All right, and play that 2, bend it up a little bit. And then we'll play hammer on pull off from the from the 3rd. And then finally, this little bluesy maneuver. All right, so we're sliding up on the 3rd string, 2nd fret to the 4th, playing that, and then playing it up again, but not playing the 3rd. All right. Anyway, putting it all together, that one's kind of tough. Listen to the record over and over if you can to get that down as much as you can. And I hope I kind of did it in a demo, but I got to tell you, that's a tough one to get the timing. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will see you on down the road.